Yes guys, welcome back to another video. So it's quite early today. It's just hit 11 o'clock in the morning, not at night. Yeah, I'm never up this early. But I think about an hour ago I was scrolling through Facebook and the question popped up saying, how do I get my Honda Civic EP2 to pop and bang? So we get asked that question a lot. A lot of people ask that question. I was scrolling through comments and I was just laughing. I was just reading them. I'm like, thank God I don't ask these questions. So I thought, you know what, I'll make a video on it. It's a very controversial topic, as a lot of people don't like pops and bangs. I love them. I'll be honest. It makes you seem very like chavvy. Like a boy racer. So pops and bangs is obviously like it makes your car basically. It sounds like a gun. So it pops and bangs. It sounds like gunshots, fireworks. They're mainly on turbo cars. So the turbo obviously makes it happen. These cars don't have turbos. A lot of the time you can get it mapped in, and with these cars you can't even map them. They cost like £900 to map, which is more than the car, triple the car value. So a lot of people, we don't do it. You can obviously put some limiters on it, which obviously you have to mess around with the ECU, which is not ideal unless you know what you're doing. It's a very expensive job to mess around with the ECU, because that's what controls the full car. But yeah, so the pops and bangs, they mainly come in turbo cars. That's why you see a lot of Fiestas, VXRs, Golf Rs, S3s, stuff like that, like popping and banging, because they can. With the Honda Civic EP2s you can't, unless you get something done to them. That's basically the short answer. I know a lot of people do have like flames coming out of the exhausts, and a lot of them do pop and bang, or they burble. Like my blue one used to pop and bang, but not quietly, but rarely. When it's on very cold start, or if it's very warm. But with that you have to have like a little setup going with the exhaust and stuff like that. But obviously there's always positives and negatives. Obviously positives, you're getting pops and bangs if you want them. Negatives, it's too loud. The car sounds too loud, because you've got to straight pad the exhaust, change the manifold. So you're going to get a 421 manifold in. A lot of people recommend putting a cover on it, like a heat shield type of thing. And then you decal your exhaust, which is illegal, so you shouldn't really decal your exhaust. And then my setup was obviously the M2 mid pipe, Hoffman mid pipe, and the M2 back box, and it was popping quite a bit, not gonna lie. It never spat a flame. I've been told by a few people, but they're just lying, aren't they? Just trying to create some convo. You could hear it pop, not like pop pop, but just like a little, when you're driving, just a little pop coming out. This one's popped once. Literally I was recording, as I stopped recording it just popped. Then it comes at the stupidest time. A lot of people in the Honda Civic EP2 groups do have them popping, but that's because they've got that setup put in. So the M2 bar box, the Hoffman mid pipe, the decat, and the 421 manifold with the tape on it. That's basically what you need to get to pop and bang. But your car will be too loud. It will be too loud. I would not recommend it. Police will always be on your case. I got pulled 4 times when I had it straight piped, and I thought, you know what, this is too loud. I've got a clip, but I don't want to put it in, as it's not my car anymore. So I don't really want to do it without the guy's permission. But yeah, that's basically pops and bangs summed up in a video. You can't put them in the EP2, guys. You can't put them in unless you obviously do that setup. But it won't spit flames, or it won't proper like pop. It'll just be rarely, like when you're driving, it'll just randomly pop, or there's something along them lines that you have to do. I know with my blue one, that used to pop. It used to pop. Don't get me wrong, when I had it obviously with that setup put in. But literally after that setup out, because it was too loud. If you're gonna daily, especially on motorway you can't hear nothing. It just drones everything out. You just see like a vibration in your ear from the car. You can't hear your music. I had a subwoofer put in, I had this proper sound system put in, and I couldn't hear nothing. I changed my speakers as well, and all I could hear was the car. The car is too loud. You're basically asking for trouble after that, aren't you? Even with the pops and bangs, you're going to be asking for trouble. But yeah, I hope that sums it up for you guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.